I hope there are no snakes over here. Oh la la. All right. I hope I got this right. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are. This is Pauline in Japan in these here mountains, and I'm walking for my best life after 60 glucose level control. And I'm offering some tips I use to control my glucose level. This is what happens when you're out and about. Tip number four, use vinegar with your meals. Why do I say that? The experts have said that vinegar has very good qualities that help with glucose level. Now, I use the apple cider vinegar and I use a little bit, I can't even say, maybe a teaspoon or so, or a tablespoon. When I cook my broccoli and things like that, I would just turn off the stove when I finish steaming it and put a teaspoon of vinegar on top. It does something. I'm going to tell you more about that. Other people say drink it in water, but you have to protect your teeth. Maybe drink with straw, or when you're finished, wash your mouth out. Don't scrub your teeth with toothbrush and toothpaste. Maybe drink some, like swish some milk or something like that, or eat a piece of cheese. So I'm going on the road now. Let's walking. Let's go walking. What's wrong with me? Let's go walking, and I'm going to share some more. I can't vouch for the quality of this film because it seems as though the Wi-Fi is very sporadic or not very strong, so it comes over very pixelated. I can see it very clearly, and it's so green and so beautiful. But when I look at the replay, it just sucks. But it's what I got, and until I know better, I'm going to do better, and I'm going to do this. So I'm going to walk. Let's go. So here we go. For me, it's a very clear exposure, but on here, it's not so clear. Hello, good morning, good evening. Let me know where you're watching from. Hey, thank you for this one person who would show up every time. It's good you keep my company. I really like it. Yeah. For the first tip I shared with this one is eating, changing your eating order. So start with your fibers, as your veggies and stuff. It might take a little bit of rethinking of what you eat for your meals. So before I would just eat tea and bread or porridge and bread and just go, but there's a lot of carbs straight to your stomach. There's this one lady called the glucose goddess. She explains it very nicely. The best I've seen it explained. She said, imagine your stomach is like a sink and your intestines like uh, the pipe. And she said, when you eat the glucose and sugar and carbs and whatever, carbs turns into sugar. Carbs turn into sugar. And when they start to digest, they go straight to the stomach. The sugar gets metabolized and it goes straight to your blood cells. There's nothing stopping it. Maybe there might be new research about that. Maybe it's very simplistic. I don't know. I don't do biology. But kind of makes sense to me, the layman. She said, but when you eat the fiber, you chew it up and stuff, it gets broken down to these small particles, and then they kind of stay in your stomach because they give bulk in the stomach part. They lie in there. So when When the sugars come last or the carbs come last, they take a while to go through your system. It makes sense to me. So it doesn't spike your blood sugar. Because this whole thing with diabetes and pre-diabetes is that the insulin in your body spikes to deal with the sugar that gets there. And so, or the glucose that gets there, or fructose and whatever. And so, to stop that spike from going up and down and making your body do crazy things and affect your health, because diabetes affects your metabolic system, it affects your eyesight, it affects your nerves. You can lose your legs, you can lose your arms, your extremities. It affects your organs, and I know there's a my neighbor where I live in another country. He was telling me a time a coconut tree fell on his feet, and he didn't know why he couldn't feel. Come to find out that he had diabetes and bad. He wasn't feeling even the top of his feet, and so he got injured. And then he said even from his waist down, he has some difficulty having sensations. So can you imagine what a diabetes is doing inside the organs? Oh yeah, it's gonna affect in there. So yeah, tip number one. Tip number two, move. Take the little feet and move. And if you can't walk, there's this little thing I discovered. You could tap your feet when you're sitting. Just tap like this. You tap your feet when you're sitting, and what that does is activate your calf muscles. And when it activates the calf muscles, it helps to burn the energy that is stored in your body, like in from the carbohydrates and so on. Utilize it better. They say the calf muscle is one of the biggest muscles in the body. That's what I heard. That's what I read some way. So that's why I'm doing this. And let me get on my business with the walking. Don't know how it's gonna go today. But cars are going by and people are here doing the business. Can't even see this thing. Okay. I probably should do this walking a little earlier before the sun comes up. But the sun comes up like 4 something in the morning. It's crazy. But nature has to do its thing, and I gotta do my thing. So here I am walking and finding my Michi. It's gonna be a short walk today. Across the street. The light. There it goes. Wait up there, mister. What's happening today? So many cars out so early. Huh. I think I have to come walking at 5 o'clock or at 6. Too many cars. Too much traffic. Oh boy. So what are you guys doing in terms of, have you considered this whole glucose thing and the likelihood that diabetes could strike you or pre-diabetes could strike you, and are you prepared to deal with it and not sit back and take it, you know? Or if you're dealing with it, what are you doing besides taking medication if you're taking medication? um, Here in Japan they hesitate to give medication because they say it's a metabolic syndrome, it's a lifestyle problem, and it's a matter of how you eat, what you eat, and I'm discovering the order in which you eat things and the whole approach to diet. I am not going to be going on no diet, counting calories and that kind of thing. Not this girl. So I'm going to research and find all the smart ideas out there and try to use those things in my life. So here I am, walking for my health. Best life after 60. Let's go. I'm going up a hill, so I'm a little bit winded. Going up. Yeah, like that. This is a stone edifice here. Then I'm gonna go down that Michi. Let me stop because sometimes the speed at which I walk don't catch up with this. The speed at which this video is being recorded. It annoys me, but all I have is a phone, and this is what I got. I don't want to spend big money on this. I got better things to do with money, and none of this pays me yet. Okay. And when I say none of this, I mean this YouTube, Facebook thing, none of that. Oh, I love it here. So cool and nice. I don't know. I wish you could sense it. So peaceful and pretty. So this is where I will end this video for now. Tip number 4, put vinegar with your meals. I add it to my veggies. As soon as it's done cooking, turn off the stove. I put the vinegar, I stir it up, and I cover it. Um, that's in my cabbage and broccoli and whatever stews I'm making. The thing about it, it doesn't make it sour at all. There's something about the mixing of this vinegar that balances the food out and actually tastes pretty good. It tastes even better. You know, sometimes your food is lacking something, you feel like it lacks something. Sometimes it's that little bit of vinegar. It works. Some people drink vinegar, like sometimes I drink it like maybe once a week or so. I would put vinegar in a glass of water, a tall glass of water, so I don't feel it on my teeth and doesn't burn my throat. And I would sip it. I tend to do it first thing in the morning when I can drink it or I want to drink it. After that, I don't do it. Um, I know back in Guyana, people used to give fowls vinegar when they're ready to, um, you know, slaughter the chicken. They would, cause they would do live chicken from your yard. They would raise chicken for food, and they would give the chickens vinegar water to drink before that. Um, yeah, that's how country people do it. That's how country people did it, and um, I kind of thought of that when I was drinking the water with the vinegar. So, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.